Okay, so we're mixing up the filler for our lasagna. So what I have here is 2 cups of shredded mozzarella cheese, 32.5 ounces of ricotta, which I had straining in the refrigerator to drain off the excess moisture from it. I had a cup of Parmesan cheese shredded, a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and a teaspoon of parsley, but I added a little bit more, which I might add a little bit more than that, and 1 egg, if I didn't say an egg. So we're gonna mix this up now so that it can set and all these flavors can kind of blend together, and this will be one of our layers of our lasagna. You could use the no-bake lasagna noodles or the ones that you pour cook. This is our first time using fresh pasta noodles. So I want all of this ready, so after I make my noodles, we'll be ready to go. So this is all set, and if it looks a little too watery, you can add more Parmesan cheese. There we go. So this mix is gonna sit. I'm gonna get my sausage ready because we like to layer our lasagna with sausage crumbles. I am going to be using my Jimmy Dean regular pork sausage. I'll crumble that up in a pan. You can use ground beef, spinach, mushrooms, whatever you like in your lasagna. This is what we like. So stay tuned. The noodles are going to be coming soon. Bye. All right, let's get this sausage browned up in this pan. This will be one of our layers for our lasagna. One of our other mix and choppers. It's really good. It's kind of curved here, so you can flip the meat as well. We'll let it get a little bit of a char, and then I'll start moving it around. Super easy. And then this can cool so that when we're layering our lasagna, it's not going to melt everything. And we'll get it all put together. So stay tuned, okay? Okay, friends, let's put this lasagna together. So we've got our brand new Brilliance long loaf pan. It's nice and high, so you can make all your layers. It's not going to overfill. Really great non-stick. I'm excited to use this. And when it's all done and cooled and you want to store it in your fridge, it has a really nice press-on lid here. Just remember the lid is not oven safe, okay? So what we're going to start out with, we're going to put some of our sauce, which I've already heated up, on the bottom. Make sure that the whole bottom is covered because the noodles have to sit in the sauce so they cook and they don't get all dried out. Okay? So some of the recipes call for mixing your meat in with your sauce. I like to do it separate. And Mom told me to put a little bit of water in the bottom portion so that when the heat hits it and it evaporates, it won't dry out my noodles. So this is one of the sheets of our fresh noodles. So I'm going to just lay that down, if you can see that, okay, and we're just going to build, okay? So first off, we're going to start with our ricotta mixture that we made before. I'm just going to put small little spoonfuls on top here. And then I'm going to use this to flatten it out. Try not to let the noodle move too much. Okay, there we go. Turn this around. And then I will put some of the sausage mixture on top of that. All right. Has anybody ever made lasagna before? What tricks do you have for keeping your cheese kind of firmed up? I'm still learning that part. Okay, so then before we put the next layer on, we're going to put more sauce. Okay? And again, the sauce is what keeps the noodles from drying out and for cooking. Okay? And let's just spread that out. And put our next one on. And don't worry if they don't fit exact, it's fine. Okay, make sure your noodle is covered. Go to our next layer. So when we get to the very, very end, we're just gonna have noodle on top with sauce, and then we're gonna cover it with tin foil, and we're gonna bake it in 350-degree oven for 40 minutes. Then we will remove the top, the foil, and we will put some shredded mozzarella cheese on top and bake it another 10 minutes. It'll be nice, ooey and gooey, and then you're gonna let it sit for about 10 minutes so everything could firm up a bit. Okay, and that's pretty much it. So I will show you, I don't know if you want to sit here and watch me do all this. I will show you the finished product after it's done baking. Make sure we got enough of this on here. Again, sauce. I always like to have a little bit of extra sauce because you do not want those noodles to dry out, right? And you do not have to cook homemade noodles, or if you use the no-bake ones, but the homemade noodles will cook in the sauce, okay? There we go. Go get another noodle. So great. I've always wanted to make a lasagna with homemade noodles, so this will be a first. And it doesn't have to be perfect. There's no set number of layers for this. I'm gonna try to just use it all up. I might do one more layer after this one, just to use everything that's in here. And this mixture too can be used in raviolis. That's good enough. And don't worry about using a different spoon and everything. It's all going to mix together anyway, and it's going to be beautiful. Even better because it's homemade, right? So I did make all my pasta today with our new pasta attachment. Totally cool. If you've never made pasta before, I think you'll really enjoy that. It does attach to our deluxe stand mixer, so it's not for your other brands. It is specifically designed for ours, so check that out. If you want to host a party and get that for yourself next month, I'm here to help. Let's get all this extra sausage. Wow, I am loving this shape of this pan. Now you could do this in a 9x13 pan as well, but I just think this shape is perfect. Let's take the rest of this sausage. There we go. And I guess I'm gonna learn if I need to change anything in this recipe. This is a brand new, recipe for me. Okay. I don't know if we're gonna have room for another layer. We're gonna try. All right. So I'm using a vodka sauce because I'm not a big fan of, well, I like regular sauce, but this one just seems less acidic to me. You can use a meat sauce, you can use anything you like. Okay, I'm going to shoot for one more level. What do you say? A level and then just pasta on top. Alrighty. It's going to be a tall lasagna, right? Probably should have put a little more cheese on the other levels, so I didn't need one more, but that's okay. There we go. It's all done. We'll get it covered. We'll put it in our oven. Again, 350, 40 minutes with foil on top. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cook it now, let it sit, and then we can always just pop it in the oven later for like 10 minutes so that it reheats it up for us. So I'm not really sure what point, if I could leave this or not. Alright, so we have no more sausage, which is fine. I'm going to put this, put my last piece of pasta on here and cover it. There we go. God, see how many levels I got? This pan is so nice and deep. Okay, we're covered. We're going to get our last layer of pasta. Cover it with sauce. And be done. So make sure it's all in the sauce. I'm going to use the rest of this sauce on top. Wow. This is going to be so pretty. Probably could have done without that last layer, but let's just go crazy, right? Just don't want it to go over the side. Make sure all my pasta, I might take some of this sauce off, a little too much sauce. Let's re-spread it. It. So we're not going to put the mozzarella cheese on yet, because once the 40 minutes are up, we're going to put the mozzarella cheese on, take the tin foil off, put the mozzarella cheese on, and bake it another 10 minutes. So we are set. Look how pretty, kind of heavy. I'll get foil, pop it in,